Hi, my name is Ellison, and I am a seminarian for the Diocese of Oakland, and this is my first year in seminary. And the first year of seminary here at St. Patrick's is called the propedeutic year, which is the year of preparation for us. And so far, it's been a really, really incredible year. I remember when I first came to visit St. Patrick's, which was just last year, and walking into these halls, seeing all the other seminarians and men here. I remember going into Vespers to pray evening prayer with them. And I remember noticing that this place, something about it just felt prayerful. I think there was a sense for me a little bit of being intimidated, because I was also a recent convert from Protestantism. And coming into this place and just feeling the community, the fraternity, and the prayerfulness, I knew that this was a place where I could flourish. And that's really been my experience in this first year of seminary, is that our day is ordered, according to faithfulness. Our days are really focused on Mass, they're focused on morning prayer, they're focusing on evening prayer. And every day I know what I'm going to be able to experience. There's always the things that you don't know that will come. But I think having a day in a life that's oriented, I think, around the faith has been an incredible benefit to me. And one of the reasons why I actually came into the Catholic Church is because there is this richness, I think, of faith that was really unfamiliar to me back when I was a Protestant. And I still remember, prior to my conversion and prior to even considering coming into the Catholic Church, waking up one day and having this sense of beauty. It almost felt like I could feel the beauty of the Catholic Church from afar. And I didn't know anything about her. I didn't do any research. No one spoke to me about it. I had read some of the saints over the last 10 years. But it was really this sense of beauty and richness that I felt drew me into the Catholic Church. And I have been praying to God for years, how can I serve you? Where do I belong as a Christian? And then he showed me this beauty of the Catholic Church, and he said, everything I've ever given you is from here. And I want you to come here to serve and to live. And so to me, coming to St. Patrick's was like taking one sort of big step, into the heart of the Catholic faith. And that's what I really feel the priesthood is about. It's about trying to live at the heart of our church and trying to learn how to live in reciprocity, with all the rest of the laity. And that's been my experience, again, as well as a seminarian, is that there is incredible generosity. I still recall in my home parish, before I even started one day of seminary, that people began to thank me. They began to say, thank you for doing what you're doing. And I was thinking to myself, what have I done? I haven't done anything at all. And then people clarified for me. They said, thank you for at least being willing, right, to do what you're doing right now. And that was something that meant a whole lot to me. And it kind of shifted my own perspective on why I'm doing this. It helped me to, I think, understand more clearly that being a priest is, of course, is first and foremost for God, but it's also for them. And that the people understand that without their priests, without their clergy, we can't have what we have in this beautiful church. And so I really want to encourage everyone who sees this to really try and support your local seminarians, try to support vocations however you can, because it really is an interdependence that we have here. And we can't have great priests, we can't have great deacons without you.